Welcome back to the Big Fight Field channel, where we speak the truth, we're honest, and we give our takes on AEW. It is Wednesday night, July 13th, 2022. Here to talk about Fighter Fest Night 1. And I thought I was going to be alone. I thought I was going to be alone by myself tonight. Wesley Williams is not here, but we got Cameron Johnson. The power is back on. You brung the power back into the house to get on the channel tonight. I appreciate that. But Cam, we all weren't here last week. I actually took the week off of AEW. A lot of stuff going on with work and everything. But Cam, what's up, man? How you doing? We haven't done this since Blood and Guts. How you doing?
Hey man, it's been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. I am doing absolutely phenomenal, man. Thank you for having me on. Back here with the Dynamite reviews, man. If I don't sound the best, if I don't sound the best or as energetic as I usually am on here, or as energetic as I usually am on here, I had a really, really bad fever. Earlier. It's gone down a little bit, but it's gone down a little bit. But it's still kind of there. But there was no way I was missing this Dynamite review. I told Joseph I told Joseph if I was physically able to, I was going to be on the Dynamite review. And power came back on in my house, man, because the power came back on in the house because the universe knows. The universe knows that they want to see this Dynamite review, man. They said, damn, man, the universe said, damn, we gotta get this power on so Cameron and Joseph can review Dynamite tonight, man. But
Yeah, man.
Dynamite tonight, man.
Did it come back on during the main event?
I came back on at like the 9. I came back on at like 9 o'clock.
Oh, cool. So
came back on at like 9 o'clock. So that's cool. But I'm here. But let's get into Dynamite, man. We have Moxley and Kosuke to catch you, and that main event. My God.
We got a lot to talk about tonight, Cam. We were missing Wesley tonight. Hopefully he'll be back with us. Hope you're doing good, Wes. Cam, we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. We got a breakout performance. Konosuke Takeshita went up against Jon Moxley tonight, and I think this proves another example as to why Jon Moxley is one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. In 2022, he's incredible. He brought Wheeler Yuta to his best match ever, and now tonight he brought Konosuke Takeshita to his best match ever. And Tony Khan, you need a fucking sign Takeshita to AEW long term. I'm not talking short term with appearances here and there. I'm talking long term, man. You can make this guy into a star. And I got an idea for Takeshita when we get to that match. I saw it on Twitter and I kind of like it. But that match was amazing. That match was personally my match of the night. We got the main event. A lot of people want to say, Cam, a lot of people want to say AEW is too predictable. I think tonight was a great example as to how unpredictable AEW really is. The Young Bucks lost the AEW Tag Team Championships tonight when I thought for sure that they were going to absolutely win and carry those titles into All Out. We'll talk about that and so much more here tonight. Cam, let's just get to it, man. The opening match. We got Orange Cassidy against the new TNT champion Wardlow. We weren't here to talk about it last week, but Wardlow did in fact win the TNT championship from Scorpio Sky. Thank goodness. Some people said the match happened with Scorpio Sky happened too early. I don't care. I wanted that title off of Scorpio Sky, and I wanted Wardlow to have the TNT championship as soon as possible. So I'm glad they did it last week. He looks phenomenal with that championship. I honestly thought this could have been a match they saved for All Out. Continue to build wins for Orange Cassidy as he's gotten wins over Ethan Page and Tony Nese. That's what I thought they were going to do. And maybe Orange Cassidy could be an opponent for Wardlow at All Out. Doesn't seem to be the case. I was shocked. I think it was Monday they announced this. match, and I'm like, it's very weird that AEW has two of their top baby faces going one-on-one for the TNT Championship. You're going to split the crowd 50-50, and that's exactly what it was. Half of the Georgia crowd, I think there was Savannah, Georgia, wanted Orange Cassidy. The other half wanted Wardlow. And I'm shocked that they did this, but last week, Wardlow's big moment, another big moment for Wardlow. He won the TNT Championship. Before we get into this match tonight with Orange Cassidy, Cam, what did you think about Wardlow becoming the new TNT Championship last week in Rochester against Scorpio Sky?
Thank God. I was happy he won the TNT Championship last week. You guys know I am not Scorpio Sky. I am not Scorpio Sky's biggest fan. I am not one of those people that sees Scorpio Sky at that TNT Championship level. I'm sorry, I just don't. Scorpio Sky, easily the worst TNT champion of all time. And now that TNT title can be rehabbed now that TNT championship can get the rehab that it desperately needs at Wardlow. And started here tonight with Orange Cassidy. I thought it started here tonight with Orange Cassidy, man.
Yeah, so tonight, Wardlow against Orange Cassidy. I thought the beginning was a little bit too much comedy. That might just be me. A little bit too much of the comedy. I think it was Chuck Taylor. Trent was distracting Bryce Remsburg, and Chuck Taylor grabbed a chainsaw, and Bryce was like, "You got a chainsaw?" And he kicked out the best friends for the chainsaw that Chuck Taylor had, and Orange Cassidy was left in there by himself against Wardlow. Again, lots of comedy. Not a fan of the too much comedy, but when they got down to business, they got down to business. And I thought it was a fun match. Orange Cassidy, Orange punched Wardlow on the outside. You know, they each kicked out of big moves. Orange Cassidy kicked out of the F10, and Wardlow kicked out of the beach break by Orange Cassidy at the end. Wardlow got a massive clothesline on Orange Cassidy. Hit him with it only took one power bomb to beat Orange Cassidy tonight, and Wardlow retained the TNT Championship. And after the match, they showed a good sign of respect. Wardlow giving Orange Cassidy a fist pump and a nod of approval to the best friends, and I love it. I want to see more of this. I want to see more successful title reigns from Wardlow. If we get more of this, hopefully, and good matches out of Wardlow, I think we can get the TNT Championship back where it needs to be, man, because it's been on a downhill slope. I feel like ever since this year, since the beginning of this year, that TNT Championship has been on a downward spiral, and I think hopefully Wardlow gets it back to where it once was when the likes of Miro and Darby Allin and Brody Lee held the TNT Championship. So, yeah. Cam, what are your thoughts on this match?
I thought this is a really fun way to open up Dynamite. Here. I thought this is a bit of a weird match here, because like you said earlier, it's really two of AEW's most popular baby faces with Orange Cassidy and Wardlow. I thought the best friends. I thought Chucky and Trent trying to cheat for Orange Cassidy. It's fun. Trying to cheat for Orange Cassidy. It's funny. And to be honest with you, I'm Orange Cassidy. I thought them pulling up the chainsaw was funny. But to be honest with you, if I was Orange Cassidy, I would have pulled out a weapon or something and hit Wardlow with it. I mean, we know AEW don't call DQs. Anyway. We know they don't call DQs anyway. So I would have I would have got the chair or something and beat the fuck out of them, quite frankly. But I thought this is a very good way to open up Dynamite here. Very fun match. Wardlow retains as he should, and Wardlow's TNT champion is going to be fun. And that man needs to be champion for a good 10 to 12 months.
Ooh.
But he needs to be champion for a long time.
Damn, man. I own Twitter, and I'm sorry if I'm glitching a little bit. My screen's a little bit glitchy right now, but I said on Twitter at least 4 to 6 months. You said 10 to 12 months. Why so long?
That man needs to be champion for a year. I think if anybody can rehab the TNT title to get it to at the point Miro at least had it at, I think it's Wardlow. I think Wardlow can be one of the most. I think Wardlow should continue to play this monster babyface in here. In order to do that, I would keep that championship on him for a long time, about a good 10 months at the earliest. I would 10 months at the earliest. I think Wardlow needs to be champion for a while.
Hmm. I wouldn't mind it. I could see it happening, but I want to see more of this. I want to see more of Wardlow defending the TNT Championship. Honestly, we got a defense of him out of him every week. I don't think we will, but if we get at least every other week defenses out of Wardlow, I would be totally okay with that. So we had the Wizard, Chris Jericho, come out in this nice red suit. Looked really nice. And he addressed his match that was announced last Friday on Rampage. And he will be going one-on-one next week with Eddie Kingston and barbed wire they're not calling it a barbed wire death match. They're calling a barbed wire everywhere match where members of the Jericho Appreciation Society will be suspended high above the ring in a shark cage. So I'm excited for the match. Jericho cut a hell of a promo saying Eddie Kingston's not a liar. Eddie Kingston's just a loser. And he did confirm that next week will be the end. Next week, Jericho said it himself. Next week is the final chapter of the Chris Jericho Eddie Kingston saga that is going on. And he talks about how Eddie Kingston really doesn't take care of his friends. As Ruby Soho has a broken hand, Ortiz's hair shaved even though it's already growing back. Santana is injured and he does not know how to take care of his friends and all that stuff. Hell of a promo by Jericho. He also announced that it's not gonna be Eddie Kingston against Chris Jericho next week. It's gonna be Eddie Kingston against the Painmaker, Chris Jericho. That's going to happen next week. Very excited for that, Cam. I think Eddie Kingston's going to get his big moment next week. I really do.
Me too. I hope he does. I hope Eddie Kingston. I hope he gets his big moment next week too. Because I'm ready for the Eddie Kingston Chris Jericho feud. I am ready for this feud to end there. So I hope Eddie Kingston gets his big moment next week. I hope he makes Jericho bleed. I hope he makes Jericho bleed so we can move on, frankly. But I thought this was a really good promo by Chris Jericho. No shock there. Chris Jericho is one of the best promo guys in the history of wrestling. So Jericho is one of the best promo guys in the history of wrestling. So really no shock that this promo was an excellent promo by Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and I think we will see Ruby Soho get involved, Ortiz get involved. Santana's injured. I think it was Tony Jericho on one podcast that confirmed that Santana's going to be out for 8 months. That fucking sucks, man. That just absolutely sucks. So, but yeah, next week is the end of the Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston feud. All I ask, I think the match is going to be awesome. And I thought the first ever barbed wire death match in AEW was awesome. But the ending was horrendous. All I'm gonna ask is we get no stupid explosions next week. That's all I ask. No explosions, and we're good. We'll be fine. Cam, are you ready to talk about Jon Moxley against Konosuke Takeshita?
I am, but I'm gonna let you talk about it first. I got to do something real quick. So, Joseph, take it away.
I will take it away indeed. Folks, we had John Moxley go up one-on-one against Konosuke Takeshita. I did not watch the match on Friday against Eddie Kingston, but I heard that the match was really good. I heard that his match with Eddie Kingston was really good. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. But this was a world title eliminator. And if Takeshita won, he would get a shot at the AEW World Championship. Takeshita did not win, but I felt like he walked out a winner tonight, man. What a match with him and Moxley. Fucking incredible this match was. And the commentary really put over Takeshita. And William Regal really put over Takeshita. Yeah, Takeshita, I think he tapped out of the Bulldog choke. He kicked out of the Paradigm Shift. He fought back. I think he hit his finisher on Moxley. He was nearly about to defeat John Moxley in this match. And a little thing that William Regal, might be looking too far into this, but he said when the Blackpool Combat Club trains in the afternoon, they always see Takeshita. They always see Takeshita looking and seeing what the Blackpool Combat Club's doing. So, could that be a little tease that maybe Konosuke Takeshita is going to join the Blackpool Combat Club? Not so sure, but we'll see. But Takeshita, he tapped out of the Bulldog choke after Moxley hit a Paradigm Shift, and Moxley fist pumped Takeshita after the match. And the way William Regal really put over Konosuke Takeshita here is saying that John Moxley survived against Takeshita. He barely survived tonight against Konosuke Takeshita. I don't know about you, man, but you remember last summer when Dante Martin had his breakout performance in a multi-man match? It was against Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. That's the vibe I got. That's the exact vibe I got tonight. This was Takeshita's breakout moment against John Moxley. And I feel like after this match, and I feel like the way Takeshita and Moxley, of course, had the crowd in the palm of their hands. If you're Tony Khan, how do you not sign this guy to a long-term deal? We need to see a graphic on Tony Khan's page very soon that Konosuke Takeshita is all elite. Because if he's all elite, this guy's going to be a star. And he's 22 years old. We got time to build a character for him. When Dante Martin first came into AEW, he was just putting on banger after banger. And that's what Takeshita should be doing. And that's exactly what he is doing right now, man. So I feel like they have a massive star on him. And I got a pitch for Takeshita when once in a little bit. But Cam, I want to hear your thoughts on this match, man. Takeshita, Moxley, take it away.
Bro, this is an outstanding match. My lord, this is an outstanding match between Takeshita and John Moxley. I posted on Twitter after this match that Konosuke Takeshita got that dog in him. Joseph, he got that dog in him, man. Konosuke Takeshita got that dog in him. My God, man, this was an incredible match. My lord, this is an incredible match. My lord, I popped when Moxley hit the Paradigm Shift. He was going to hit it again, and Takeshita slipped slipped out of it. I popped for that. I popped for that, man. I popped for that. I thought that was real. I popped for that. I thought that was really cool. But man, this was an outstanding match between two great wrestlers. And I don't know how controversial of a take this is, but when we do the year-end awards with 2022, John Moxley is Wrestler of the Year. I think John Moxley for 2022 has been the best wrestler. He has been the best wrestler on the planet. You look at the matches He is single-handedly put. You look at the matches he single-handedly put together this year. The match with Brian, the match with Brian at what was it? Revolution? Yeah, the match with Brian at Revolution, the match with Wheeler Yuta, the match with Yuta on Rampage, the match with Tanahashi at Forbidden Door, the match with Tanahashi at Forbidden Door. I think Jon Moxley is making a case to be wrestler of the year right now, and I think he is my wrestler of the year right now. And in terms of Tony Khan signing Takeshita, I would love it, but considering that Takeshita is with BDT, he's just been sitting here for excursion. He's just been sitting here for excursion. That's basically, that's basically when a promotion sends you some other places to get better. Leading excursions, Dominic Mysterio needs one badly. Anyway, we're on top. I'm sorry. But Konosuke Takeshita is absolutely phenomenal, man. My lord, Konosuke Takeshita is the breakout star of the year. He is the breakout star of the year. So yeah, breakout star of the year. We have the wrestler of the year. This is a tremendous match, man. My lord.
I think this guy is going to be a star for years to come. There's no way after all these great matches he's having with the likes of Hangman Page and Moxley and Eddie Kingston that he's going to stay in DDT over AEW, where he's going to have a much bigger audience in AEW. I saw this idea on Twitter, and I am not against it. I don't know if you saw it, but in 2021, last year, during the pandemic, wasn't it Kenny Omega who brung in Takeshita to AEW?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it was. Kenny Omega recently said that if there's one more major setback, I think it was like when he returns, if he gets injured again and it's a major setback, he's done. He's done forever because he doesn't want to go through what he's going through now again. What if Kenny Omega passes the torch to Konosuke Takeshita?
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. And I like that a lot. I do. And to follow that up now, I'm gonna say something else I saw on Twitter today. My homie Keegan said on Twitter that Shinosuke Takeshita is one of those guys. Either he's going to be wrestling on Dynamite in front of a big stage, either he's going to be wrestling on Dynamite in a couple years, putting on bangers, or that man is main eventing, or that man is headlining with Okada for the IWGP title on Wrestle Kingdom. And let me tell you, man, I would not hate, bro. I would not mind Kenny Omega passing the torch to Takeshita. But man, I cannot wait to see what this dude does to his career. Man, Konosuke's the man. This dude is the man. My lord.
He's 22 years old. Didn't Excalibur say he's got like 10 years of experience?
I don't know how, but yeah.
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. But hey, man, we need to see more of him. I know we saw him against Hangman, Moxley. Man, what if we see him against Pac again? They showed Pac tonight again, and they didn't show the full match. They showed the full match on Dark last night. I didn't get to watch it yet, but what if we get Konosuke Takeshita challenging Pac for the All Atlantic Championship? I think that would be great.
I would love it. Sign me up. Sign me up.
Exactly, man. So, yeah, this was the best thing on the show tonight, and can't say it enough, man. Takeshita needs to be signed to AEW. The biggest heel in AEW right now is Christian Cage. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, this new version of Luchasaurus. He's all dark and scary. At least we don't got commentary going out on every single week when Luchasaurus comes out and says the new vicious Luchasaurus or the new.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That is something WWE would totally do. Oh my god! Oh my god! The new dark vicious the new Dark Vicious Luchasaurus. And not only would they say it once, man, they would say it about a good, not only would they say it once, man, let's say this match in about 2 minutes, bro, they would say that shit 80 times in that 2 minute span, bro. The new Vicious Luchasaurus, the new Vicious Luchasaurus. Oh my God. That is some shit they would do, man. My Lord.
At least we don't got commentary in AEW coming out here and saying this is the new vicious Luchasaurus, because AEW just doesn't treat its fans like retards. That's a bad word to use. Like morons. Morons. So, Christian Cage, last week, he cut a promo on Matt Hardy. He cut a promo. Matt Hardy interrupted him, and Matt Hardy was coming to Jungle Boy's defense. And last week, Christian said to Matt Hardy, "It seems like your brother is the sober one." So he took a shot at Matt Hardy at that. This week, it was Brian Pillman and Griff Garrison. Griff Garrison was scheduled to go one-on-one with Luchasaurus. And Pillman said, this week, Christian said that for Pillman's father, that your father was average at best, and he was never good, and he was never as good as any of these people said that he was, and that Brian Pillman was average at best. And he said for Griff Garrison, Luchasaurus' opponent, they put a graphic up on the screen of Griff Garrison, and Luchasaurus and Christian said that they're going to destroy Griff Garrison because he looks exactly like Jungle Boy. I mean, the pettiness out of Christian Cage from this man was just fantastic. They're going to kick the shit out of Griff Garrison because he looks exactly like Jungle Boy. So petty, man. So petty. It's exactly what happened. Luchasaurus kicked the shit out of Griff Garrison in 2 minutes. The snare trap with Luchasaurus pinching the back of the neck of Griff Garrison, and Griff taps out after the match. You got Pillman attacked by Luchasaurus, or he was going to attack Luchasaurus, was distracted by Christian, and then Luchasaurus went to attack. He chokeslammed Pillman on the Griff Garrison once, and the table didn't break, and he did it a second time, and the table broke. And it was announced later on that next week, Fyter Fest Night 2, next Wednesday, it's going to be the Varsity Blondes against Christian Cage and Luchasaurus. So, yeah, another week, another Dynamite, another week of Christian Cage. Cam, what'd you think about it this week?
Yeah, let me tell you, man. Who needs MJF when you have Christian Cage? Who needs MJF when you have Christian Cage on your roster too? This man is Christian Cage. This man is an absolute savage. My Lord. Oh, my Lord. But I thought this is exactly what it needed to be. Rest in peace. I feel bad for the Varsity Blondes, but they keep getting. I feel bad for the Varsity Blondes, but they keep getting their ass whooped, bro. First the House of Black was whooping their ass. Now Luchasaurus and Christian Cage whooping their ass. Man, I feel bad for them, man. I feel bad for them, man. They keep getting their asses whooped on a daily basis. My Lord, it's not even funny. It's not even funny at this point. But this is exactly what it needed to be. But my only question is, how long can Christian Cage and Luchasaurus continue to do this? When is Jungle Boy coming? That's what I want to know. I don't know how injured Jungle Boy is, but it feels like we would have seen Jungle Boy come. It seems like we, but it feels like we would have seen Jungle Boy come out. I don't know how injured he is, if they're stalling or what, but pretty soon we need Jungle Boy to come back. But pretty soon we're going to need Jungle Boy to come back and get his revenge on Christian and Luchasaurus.
We need him back as soon as possible. I don't know when that's going to happen, but I do think I don't know. I don't know how severe this injury is, but the Varsity Blondes, on the other hand, they're a dead act. Once Julia Hart left and joined the House of Black, Those two were a dead act. Honestly, they should just break up. They should break up the Varsity Blondes. If AEW wants to do a Brian Pillman Jr. singles push, they need to break him up with Griff Garrison. And unfortunately, it sucks, but Griff Garrison's really not going to do much in AEW. I think his contract's soon up anyway. So, um, I wouldn't be shocked if AEW decides not to renew his contract. But yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. cannot be stuck in this tag team with Griff Garrison because, no offense, they're great wrestlers, but they're going nowhere as a tag team. I mean, they had potential with the whole Varsity Blondes gimmick with Julia Hart, but I don't know, Cam. I think it's ran its course. What do you think?
I think it's running its course too, man. Break these guys up. I don't know where Griff Garrison goes from here. Brian Pillman Jr. I think has some potential. I don't know what, but I think he has some potential. But I'm going to agree with you, man. I think this tag team needs to come to an end.
Yeah, absolutely. So, see what happens next week. We got the tag team match with Pillman and Garrison against Christian and Luchasaurus. Hour two. Jim Ross came out. Seems like they're doing this new thing with commentary where Jim Ross does commentary for the second hour, and Tony Schiavone does commentary for the first hour, with Excalibur and Taz doing commentary for the whole show, which I actually love. I like that idea a lot. So Jim Ross was out there for the second hour, and the second hour started with Jake Hager and Claudio Castagnoli, and we immediately had chants of "We the People," and I can't express it enough. WWE drops the freaking ball with the Real Americans and Zeb Coulter. It was beautiful. I miss it so much. These guys had a good match tonight. Very good match. Claudio is really good. Jake Hager, when he's on, he's really good as well. This match was pretty good. So I am just going to go to the end here. Claudio had the giant swing on Jake Hager. I think he only got like 4 swings. And then he put the sharpshooter in on Jake Hager, and Jake Hager was motioning this, like, come on. So out came 2.0, and they got me scared for a second, Cam, because I actually thought at this moment, they got me scared because I thought Jake Hager was about to beat Claudio Castagnoli on his Dynamite debut. Thank God that did not happen. That would have been miserable. Claudio fights off 2.0, gets the win over Hager with the recoil bomb. 1, 2, 3. Really good match, man. Really good match. What'd you think, Cam?
Audio one.
I know you got your thoughts. I know you got your thoughts on Jake Hager.
Audio one. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with you. Y'all think I'm joking. I'm not. Soon as this match came on, I listened to Claudio. I watched Claudio's entrance because Claudio has a badass theme song. I love this thing. I love Claudio's theme song. I download when they put that shit on Spotify and Apple Music. I downloaded that shit instantly. I love Claudio's theme song. As soon as the bell rang, I turned the channel, bro. I did not watch this match. I turned it back on, saw Claudio hit the Ricola bomb and win. That's all I got to say. Claudio won.
Wow. Tell
Jake
me
Hager sucks.
you did not want to listen to Lord William Regal on commentary.
Hey, no disrespect. William Regal ain't enough to get me to watch Jake Hager. You know, he just not. He just not. I was not watching this. I was not watching Jake Hager. I saw Claudio won with the Ricola bomb. That's all I got to say about it.
God darn it, Cam. Do we need to see Dutch Mantel back on AEW television to have Jake Hager, I guess, more watchable for you?
No, you can pair that man with nope. You can pair that man with anybody. I'm not watching Jake Hager. You cannot force me to watch a Jake Hager match. You cannot go to watch this man in any segment. You cannot force me to do it. That man puts me to sleep. I have a Jake Hager action figure back from when he was in WWE. He was Jack Swagger. And I let my dog use it as a chew toy, man. I do not like I do not like Jake Hager. I do not.
Wow. Wow. Well, the truth's been told that Cameron hates Jake Hager. Let's move on. Backstage, we had Hangman Page with Tony Schiavone. He was wearing a headband. It's the first time I saw Hangman Page ever wearing a headband. He was immediately interrupted by John Silver and Alex Reynolds because Schiavone asked if he was upset with the way the Battle Royal went a couple weeks ago on Rampage, the Royal Rampage, when he was eliminated by Brody King. And Silver and Reynolds is like, we are going to get our revenge on these spooky perverts known as the House of Black this Friday on Rampage. They didn't announce the match, I think, but I think we're getting Silver and Reynolds against Malachi and Brody King. I think House of Black's feuding with Darby Allin and Sting right now. I love it. Did you see the clip when Brody King demolished Darby Allin at a signing this weekend?
Yes.
I love when I love when they do stuff like that, man. It keeps kayfabe real. It keeps the rivalry going, and it just
You mean a non-wrestling fan and seeing that shit, bro? You just go throughout your day in the mall. Also, you just see a big dude put this dude. Also, you just see a big dude like Brody King put Darby Allin through a table, bro. Imagine what a non-wrestling fan must think looking at that. Go, oh shit, something like that, man.
they'd probably be like, "Oh my god, what's he happening? What's he doing? I gotta call the cops." Or something like that. So, but hey, that's cool. I like that they did that. So, um, so we're getting a match. I don't know when. They didn't announce it for Friday. They didn't have a graphic for it yet, but pretty soon we will be getting Dark Order against the House of Black once again. Um, Speaking of Dark Order, we got Anna Jay in her hometown of Georgia going one-on-one with Serena D. And this match was good. Had its bad moments. Also had its good moments. I thought the match was fine for it was. Cam, I don't know about you, man, but Anna Jay's young. I tweeted this out as well. Anna Jay's young. She's 23 years old. She has a long way to go. I think she's a good wrestler. But when she wrestles, am I the only one? Do I feel like she wrestles in slow motion? Because her offense is really slow, in my opinion.
I see where you're coming from with that, and I think that's just a matter of her not wanting to. I think that's just a matter of her not wanting to mess anything up or like match anything. So I think that's where that comes from. But I do see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something. She's not terrible, but something is off, and she wrestles really slow in there. But she's not bad. She's not bad. She wrestled Serena Deeb tonight, and Serena Deeb's one of the best in the AEW women's division. Serena Deeb did get the win against Anna Jay tonight. Kind of stinks because I don't like, personally, I don't like when wrestlers get beat in their hometown. That's what happened tonight. Anna Jay tapped out in her hometown of Georgia to Serena Deeb. She was then saved by Mercedes Martinez as we're setting up a women's title match. And next Saturday at Death Before Dishonor, between Serena Deeb and Mercedes Martinez. By the way, if I do decide to watch Death Before Dishonor next Saturday, there will be a post-show review here on the Big Field channel. If I watch the show, and I'm not sure yet, but I will let you guys know. But Cam, what'd you think of Anna Jay against Serena Deeb? Do you think we're getting a new ROH champion next week? Because that's where I think it's going. I think Serena Deeb would be a great leader for that ROH women's division.
I think he'll be a great leader too. I don't think she's winning the championship at that before this honor. I think the Mercedes Martinez retains the title. But overall, I thought this was a fine match. AEW, they're hit or miss. AEW's women's matches are a lot of them are hit or miss. A lot of them are hit or miss. But I thought this was perfectly fine. Anna Jay losing in their hometown. Again, I did not like, but I was not expecting her to beat Serena. But I don't think it would have made sense to beat Serena Deeb, since Serena Deeb has a championship match on pay-per-view coming up. So for me, it was fine. But I thought this was one match. Serena Deeb won as she should have. Mercedes Martinez came out, made the save, built up to that match more. I thought this was fine.
Yeah. Same here. I thought it was fine for what it was. And yeah, that's all I got. We got Rampage on Friday. As you guys know, I think I said it, but no Rampage reviews for the summer, unfortunately, because I work on Friday nights and gotta get that money, man. So Rampage is taped. I can watch it on the weekends. All is good. For Friday night, we got. I'm confused by this. I know what happened last Friday, but Friday night on Rampage, we're getting Lee Moriarty against Jonathan Gresham for the ROH World Championship. Why is this match not on pay-per-view? Why are we getting this on... What?
I'm assuming this match is not on pay-per-view. No, I'm just taking a guess here. I'm assuming Tony Khan does not want this match, does not want his world title match to be overshadowed by the two other matches on the show, which we obviously know that that's before this honor. The matches on that show are Samoa Joe and Jay Lethal for the ROH title, for the television title, and then Briscoes and his FTR for the tag team match. Those matches are obviously selling the show, and so I can see Tony Khan not wanting to overshadow the Ring of Honor World title match, so putting it on Rampage. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
I could see your case because Samoa Joe's a big star, Jay Lethal's very good, and FTR is one of the biggest things in AEW right now, which, by the way, I do think that's what the main event of Death Before Dishonor is going to be. In my personal opinion, I think the main event is going to be FTR against the Briscoes too, just based on what they did in their first match at the Supercard of Honor. So, that's what I think is going to happen. But hey, it should be a good match. And Jonathan Gresham is now with Tully Blanchard. So we got Chris Statlander and Athena in a match on Friday. I can't remember what it was. We got the Guns. We got the Gunn family, Billy Austin and Colton Gunn. They're going to explain why they turned on the Acclaimed. They did that last week on Dynamite. The Ass Boys and the Acclaimed are no more. And you've been wanting an Acclaimed face turn for a very long time. And I have too. We got it. And then we also got the Lucha Bros going up against Private Party. And then next week, Fyter Fest Night 2, Barbed Wire everywhere. Chris Jericho against Eddie Kingston. Varsity Blondes against Christian and Luchasaurus. And we got Darby Allin going up against Brody King. That's all next week on Fyter Fest. The main event of Fyter Fest Night 1 was a three-way for the AEW Tag Team Championships. This was Team Taz's Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, and the AEW Tag Team Champions, the Young Bucks. This match was incredible. I'm not going to go over it move for move, but if you guys did not watch this match yet, go find it. It's about 20 minutes long. I advise you to go watch this match. This was incredible. Lots of close near falls in this match. Every team had a chance of winning. Ricky Starks' spear on Swerve was beautiful. The stomp to Matt Jackson with Keith Lee on Matt Jackson's Matt Jackson on Keith Lee's shoulders. The BTE trigger on Swerve. That's what I thought the match was going to end. I thought for sure that the Young Bucks were going to win this match, but the end of the match came when the Young Bucks were about to deliver the Meltzer driver onto Swerve, but Keith Lee caught Nick Jackson and he power bombed him onto Matt Jackson, and then they both went out to the outside. Keith Lee jumped over the top rope to take out the Young Bucks and Powerhouse Hobbs. Meanwhile, in the ring, you had Swerve on the top rope come down with the double foot stomp to the chest of Ricky Starks. 1, 2, 3. Swerve in our glory. Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee are the new AEW Tag Team Champions. And folks, when I tell you I did not see this coming, I did not see this coming, because I thought our path was clear for the Young Bucks to drop those titles at All Out to FTR. That's exactly where I thought we were going with all of this, but I guess not. I'm not sure where we go now, but we now have Keith Lee and Swerve as the new AEW Tag Team Champions. I love it. I love it. And I think it's a twist in the story with Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland, because Swerve, when the referee was knocked down, Swerve teased that he was going to hit Keith Lee with the AEW Tag Team title belt, but he didn't do it. He let go of the title, and he went on to wrestle Nick Jackson. So, Swerve was thinking about it, but he didn't do it tonight. He could do it in the future, though. So, love it, man. You absolutely love to see it. Two guys that WWE absolutely utilized here on the big stage in the big main event, getting their moment as the new AEW Tag Team Champions. And after I didn't see it yet, but AEW posted an exclusive of Keith Lee cutting a promo to the Savannah, Georgia crowd, and he's been dealing with some personal stuff outside of AEW. His brothers are going through some stuff. We're just hoping from everybody here at me, Cam, and Wesley, just hoping for the best for Keith Lee and his family right now, because we know he's going through some stuff, and we are big Keith Lee supporters on the Big Fight Field channel. So, and we praise him every week. So, Cam, what did you think of this incredible three-way tag team match?
This was an excellent match, man. This was an excellent match here. You know, we had a lot of AEW triple threat tag team matches, but every triple threat tag team match we've had in AEW has been outstanding, man. This is no different. This match is absolutely incredible. And the thing I like also about this match is everybody had a chance to shine. It felt like everybody in this match had a chance to shine. You had Ricky Starks going absolutely crazy. The Young Bucks, obviously, going crazy, which they always do. You have Powerhouse Hobbs looking like just a monster. You know, Powerhouse Hobbs looking like a monster in there. Keith Lee looking unstoppable. You had Swerve having his moments, man. I thought everybody in this match looked like $1,000,000, man. And I thought this was an excellent match, man. And there were a lot of near falls in this match that had me on the edge of my seat, man. There are a lot of near falls here that made me go, oh shit, they're gonna keep. Oh shit, they're gonna. Oh shit, they're gonna do it. The near fall I'm talking about in particular is when the Bucks hit the super kick on Swerve. Swerve kicks out at 2. They immediately hit the BT trigger. And I'm like, well, this is it. And I'm like, well, this is it. Bucks about to retain the tag team titles. And then Swerve kicked out at 2. That was a great moment. That was a great near fall. The moment in the match where it looked like Swerve was going to hit Keith Lee with the tag team title. It looked like he was going to hit Lee with the tag belt. I loved that a lot. I thought that. I love that. I love that. I thought that was great. I love that. I thought that was great. Overall, man, this was just an insane match. My lord. Everybody in this match had a chance to shine. Swerve, Keith Lee and Swerve winning the tag team titles surprised me, but I'm not mad about it. This is a match. This is a match where going into it, any three of these teams could have won. Any three of these teams could have won, and I think everybody. Any three of these teams could have won, and I think everybody would have won. I think everybody would have won. Oh, would have been behind that. Like the smart. Like if like Team Taz won the tag team titles, they should have. Like they should have at Double or Nothing. Team Taz won the tag team titles tonight. I think I think most people allow. Okay, Team Taz is tag team champions. The Young Bucks retain it. You're like, the Young Bucks retain it. It's like. Okay, that was the obvious. It was like, okay, that was the obvious outcome, but I don't mind it. We're getting the Bucks and FTR all out probably, so that's why. And then like the Swerve and Keith Lee win, it's like the Swerve and Keith Lee win. You won't have an issue with that either. That's exactly what we saw here tonight, man. This is an outstanding tag. This is an outstanding tag team. My lord, my hats off to these. My hats off to these 6 gentlemen. It was tremendous.
Yeah, at AEW, they do a lot of 3-way tag matches, and people are tired of it, but they knock it out of the park. They knock it out of the park every time with these 3-way tag team matches, and I can't complain, man. I can't complain, and it's amazing how Keith Lee, last year, this time last year, he was on Monday Night Raw, and they were calling him the Bearcat, Keith Lee. And a year later,
God, my head hurts thinking about this. Oh God.
And a year later, he's in AEW, and he's a tag team champion with Swerve, who's also another guy that was underutilized in WWE. They didn't even give him a chance on the main roster.
Lasted what, a week on the main roster before they cut him?
They literally didn't give this guy a chance. And they just let these two go, who are so talented. And now they're involved in a major storyline together. Do you think this is going to lead to Swerve eventually turning on Keith Lee, or potentially the other way around?
I do. I can see that happening. I think Swerve is going to turn on Keith Lee. I think that's the obvious direction they're going here. I saw somebody on Twitter, last night Corey J turned on Roxanne Perez. Last night Corey J turned on Roxanne Perez. And then I saw somebody on Twitter tonight go Swerve to Keith. I saw somebody on Twitter tonight go Swerve to Keith Lee next week, and they posted the image. They posted that image up there. I don't think that's going to happen, quite frankly. I think Tony Khan is going to have the common sense to take the tag team titles off before they do the turn. I think Tony Khan is going to have at least that amount of common sense. But yeah, I do think the turn with Swerve and Lee, I think it's coming.
Tony Khan's not a moron, man. He's not going to do that. He's not Bruce. He's not Bruce Pritchard. So I'm excited. I don't know when what this is going to lead to. Are the Bucks going to get the tag team titles back? Are we going to get these guys going up against FTR? I don't know. A lot of questions, but hey, man, I'm happy they're the tag team champions. That's all I got to say. And guys, that's it with the AEW Dynamite review tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us on the Big Fight Field channel. If you have not already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if y'all haven't already. What were your thoughts on tonight's show? What are your thoughts on Takeshita's big performance? What are your thoughts on Keith Lee and Swerve becoming the new AEW Tag Team Champions? Hit that like button if you like what you heard from us tonight on the Big Fight Field channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Colin_Joseph. Follow me on TikTok as well if you like sports content at Colin_Joseph. Cam, take us home.
Follow me on the Twitter sticks at Cam71101. And yeah, that's it. Oh, also subscribe to the CNE podcast, available on all platforms. Yeah, that's it.
Guys, it's going to do it tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us. And we will see you next week. Have a good one. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. We out. Peace.